What if I told you that in the time it took you to grab your morning coffee, scientists just discovered that the moon is billions of years older than we thought? We're talking about rock samples that contain minerals formed before Earth even existed. While you were deciding between sugar or cream, China just handed us evidence that rewrites the entire timeline of our solar system's creation. For decades, scientific consensus fixed the moon's age at 4.5 billion years. The Apollo samples from the 1960s and 70s provided limited data from a single lunar region. Western space programs haven't returned new lunar samples in over 50 years, meaning our entire solar system formation theory was built on incomplete moon data. This matters tremendously because the moon's formation directly explains how Earth got its water and atmosphere. Lunar chronology determines the timeline for when life could have emerged. Understanding the moon's age reveals secrets about early solar system violence, and accurate dating affects our search for life on other planets and moons. Enter China's audacious solution, the Chang'e 6 mission, which collected samples from the moon's far side for the first time. Using advanced dating techniques with equipment unavailable during the Apollo era, they analyzed minerals revealing compositions that predate solar system formation. These findings are being published simultaneously across multiple international journals, sending shockwaves through the scientific community. The first shocking discovery? Zircon crystals dating to 4.8 billion years old. These minerals formed 300 million years before Earth's crust even solidified and contain isotope ratios that don't match anything in our solar system. This suggests the moon formed from materials older than the sun itself. The technical details are mind-blowing. Uranium-lead dating revealed crystallization ages exceeding our solar system's formation. Hafnium isotope signatures indicate formation in a completely different stellar environment. The mineral structures require pressure and temperature conditions impossible on the early moon, with chemical compositions suggesting origin from supernova debris predating our solar nebula. To put this time difference in perspective, we're talking about a gap equivalent to the entire history of complex life on Earth. These samples are older than the oldest known rocks on any planet in our solar system, and predate the formation of our Sun by a time span longer than dinosaurs existed. They contain materials from stellar explosions that occurred before our solar system was even born. Compare this to previous missions. Apollo samples maxed out at 3.8 to 4.4 billion years with limited geographic scope. The Soviet lunar missions collected small samples with only basic dating technology available. China's Chang'e samples are 4.8 plus billion years old, with analysis precision 100 times more accurate than 1970s technology allowed. But ancient minerals are just the beginning. The water molecules trapped inside lunar crystals for 4.7 billion years contain hydrogen isotopes from before Earth's oceans formed. Their chemical signature matches comets from outer solar system regions, proving the moon captured water during a violent early bombardment period. The deuterium to hydrogen ratios indicate extraterrestrial water sources. Molecular analysis reveals water trapped during the crystal formation process. Spectroscopic evidence shows organic compounds preserved in ice inclusions, while temperature reconstruction demonstrates water existed as liquid on the early moon. This water is older than any ocean, river, or ice on Earth. It's been preserved longer than life has existed anywhere in our solar system, and contains chemical history spanning the timeframe of an entire galactic rotation. Microscopic crystal structures hold a volume equivalent to a small lake. Previous water discoveries pale in comparison. NASA detected only surface ice of recent formation with limited analysis. European missions provided orbital detection only, with no sample return capability. China's water discovery includes ancient samples with complete chemical analysis, providing a 4.7 billion year timeline versus previous data spanning only 100 million years. And if ancient water sounds impossible, the volcanic discoveries are even more astounding. Evidence shows volcanic eruptions occurring 1 billion years ago on the Moon, 2 billion years after it was supposed to be geologically dead. These lava flows contain rare Earth elements in concentrations exceeding Earth's, suggesting the Moon had an active molten core far longer than previously thought. Basaltic glass formations indicate explosive volcanic activity. Radiometric dating confirms eruption ages between 800 million and 1.2 billion years ago. Titanium and rare earth concentrations require deep mantle melting, and magnetic field evidence suggests an active lunar dynamo until relatively recent times. This volcanic activity continued for a time span equivalent to all complex life evolution, with eruptions occurring when Earth's first multicellular organisms were forming. The lava volumes were equivalent to covering the entire United States 10 feet deep, with a magnetic field strength comparable to early Earth's protective magnetosphere. The contrast with previous understanding is stark. Apollo data suggested volcanic activity ended 3 billion years ago with simple compositions. Previous models declared the Moon geologically dead for the majority of its existence. China's evidence shows active volcanism until 800 million years ago with complex chemistry, extending the lunar geological timeline by a factor of 4. But here's where the story gets really wild. These aren't just old rocks. The isotope ratios in the samples don't match Earth, Mars, or any known meteorites. They contain elements that require formation in multiple different stellar environments, with chemical signatures suggesting the Moon assembled from debris of several destroyed planets. It's evidence that our Moon is actually a composite of materials from across the galaxy. Oxygen isotope analysis reveals a non-terrestrial formation environment. Chromium and titanium ratios indicate multiple stellar nucleosynthesis sources. Trace element patterns match theoretical models of planet collision debris, while mineral assemblages require formation in different pressure and temperature regimes. The chemical diversity spans materials from dozens of different star systems. The formation process involved the destruction of planets larger than Earth over a timeline covering 500 million years of cosmic violence. These materials traveled distances equivalent to crossing the Milky Way galaxy. Western samples provided limited chemical analysis, assuming an Earth-Moon system origin. Meteorite studies suggested single-source materials with simple formation histories. China's analysis reveals a multi-source assembly with a complex galactic origin story, showing a formation process 1,000 times more violent than previous models suggested. Now here's what nobody's talking about. The real reason this discovery changes everything is that it's not just about the Moon's age. It's about rewriting the origin of our entire solar system. The evidence suggests the violent formation period lasted billions of years longer than we thought. This has profound implications for when and where life could have emerged throughout the galaxy, and China now controls the most advanced understanding of planetary formation processes. The lunar samples provide a blueprint for identifying habitable worlds around other stars. Advanced dating techniques give China an advantage in space resource exploration. These scientific discoveries establish China as a leader in planetary science, with data potentially revealing locations of rare elements for future mining operations. Every astronomy textbook needs a complete rewrite of solar system formation. Our search for extraterrestrial life must expand timelines and target different worlds. Future moon mining operations will target newly discovered rare element concentrations, and China's scientific leadership in space exploration becomes unassailable. To recap this impossible revelation, moon samples reveal an age billions of years older than scientific consensus, water preserved from before Earth's formation, volcanic activity lasting eons longer than thought possible, chemical composition proving a galactic origin story more violent than we ever imagined. And these discoveries were made in the time it takes to drink your morning coffee. If we were this wrong about our closest celestial neighbour, what else don't we know about the universe? Are we alone, or have we just been looking in the wrong places at the wrong times? Which discovery shocked you most? The ancient water, impossible minerals, or alien chemistry? Comment below and hit subscribe now. China's space discoveries are rewriting history as we speak.